Hi friends. Well, in my last video I promised that I would take you out this week and show you how to pay for your property taxes, your car license plates, and your water bill for the year, and how much it costs. Before we go though, when I make these kind of videos, and I've made several in the past about how much things cost, and then I go out and I get these things, and I talk a little bit about where we're at and where we're going along the way, and I get these comments that say, don't tell me all that stuff, just give me the numbers, just give me the numbers, just give me the numbers. Well, if you're one of those kind of people that leaves those kind of comments about just give me the numbers, just give me the numbers, I got a couple of things to tell you. Number one, you're not going to be happy in the slower pace of the wonderful culture of Mexico. And number two, trust me, you can probably afford it, it's cheap. Go watch somebody else's video. And for the rest of you who do just want to hang out with me and go see what's going on, I love you. Let's go for a ride. I'll tell you how much I paid today for all those things when we get back home. Please enjoy my stories or whatever else might be on my mind today. Well, I couldn't find my dash camera this morning. I'm starting to wonder if I left it in the motorhome. But my phone camera's working just fine. We're on our way to pay some bills today. Going to pay the water bill, the property taxes, and the car, van, and ATV license plate registrations. Traffic's not too bad today. First we got to stop over at Central Magno and get some cash. You can pay the property taxes with a credit card. You can also pay for the car tags with a credit card, but the car tag place only takes Mexican credit cards, and I don't have a Mexican credit card, I only have US credit cards. They'll take that where you pay the property taxes but not the car tags. And the water company, I'm not sure about that. I always pay cash, but I'll ask them this time. We'll find out. My coffee guy's gone and I'm out of coffee. Talking about the grounds. It's the red truck back there, and he comes from Veracruz and he has to go home every couple of weeks and get another load of coffee. He's gone. So we'll see what Jerry has to do to have a cup of coffee in the morning. It's my second time out today. I left earlier in the van, and the van's having a problem. It's missing. You can do a code check with switching the key on and off and on and off and on. And it says code 27, which is injector circuit not responding. So I've got a cylinder missing. Anyway, I went back home in the van and left here in the BMW. And before I went back home with the van, I went and checked to see if my mechanic Pablo was around. And it appears that he's gone, out of business. No cars in the lot, nothing. So figure out what to do about a mechanic. Marriage of the trees, where the trees touch each other over the street. They used to refer to it as the marriage of the trees. At the AutoZone and the Walmart. Sometimes when we're talking about how long we've been here, people say, oh, I was here before Walmart. Well, we were here before Soriana and Chapala. Pre-Soriana. That's been here a long time. Well, here we are at Centro Magno. That's a casino over there. Food court. Telcel. When we first came here, this was a trailer park, Pal's Trailer Park. We came in our old motorhome. So let's go see if they got some money today at the machine. What is this? Well, here we are in Chapala. Got stuff up there on the truck. It's called Aramex, and it's what they put inside of the vertical concrete posts to make castillos. Little hole-in-the-wall restaurant over here called Zapote. You can eat dinner there for not much money. Zapote means the fat frog. American Legion here on the right. A lot of very active members. And we are at Cristania Park. A huge city park in Chapala. Tennis courts down here, and down here at the end is where I played volleyball for many years, like 12, 13, 14 years. We played volleyball right there. I miss that a lot. Going around the block here to get to the DMV. They don't call it the DMV, but it's the equivalent of a Department of Motor Vehicles. miss my Suzuki. Oh yeah, the line is out the door. Well, I finally got in the building and I'm in line to have a place to sit down. There's 4 chairs ahead of me for pagos. That's people who are going to pay now, today. And then 4 chairs over there to the right for citas, people who need an appointment for something else. It's taken 32 minutes of listening to loud, obnoxious cartoons in Spanish to get to the first chair here. And why are we listening to loud, obnoxious cartoons in Spanish in a public place where there are no children? No comment. Buenos días. Tardes. Días.
Días, tardes, días.
Well, and now we're going to the Municipal Palace. It's like City Hall. To pay for our property taxes. Impuesto. And finding a place to park is going to be challenging. And we're going around the block again. Looks like I'm going to have to hike today. So across from the church, and we go across the street to the City Hall. Nice bike. Doing some renovating in here. I don't know if it's still the same, but way back in here somewhere is where you used to go to get your corp number. It's CURP. It's like your Mexican government number. It's been many years since I got it. Beautiful news. So your name is?
My name is Paola de Waterlot.
Uh-huh.
I am in charge of the citizen attention,
Oh, yes.
and we're very happy to help you. Anything you need from the city hall, we're
Uh-huh.
here.
Well, you
So-
caught me on the way out and asked me if everything went well. It went very well. Thank you.
That's our job.
Yeah. And your name was?
Paola.
Paola?
Mhm.
Mucho gusto, Paola.
Mucho gusto.
Well, every tourist that comes to Lakeside needs to take a picture of the Chapala sign or get your picture taken by it. And the water's up. When we first came here 20 years ago, these boats were on the back of a flatbed truck, and the water was out there about between a quarter and a half a mile. So a ride on the boat was just, they drove you out to the lake and back, or along the lake shore on the boat, but the boat never got off of the truck. Of course, in all of the years we've been here, they've improved this area quite a bit. Chapala Malacca. The rains will start here in another month, and all of those hills will be green instead of brown. Well, let's go to the water company next. For the record, I actually didn't find a parking place. And there's yeah, maybe I did. I had to squeeze in there. Well, it turns out that they did want to talk to me because there's a handicap sign there, which I didn't see. And I guess I'm in the handicap zone, but I talked to him and told him there was a big van sitting there and I wasn't able to see the sign. And he got out his ticket book and I asked him if that was really necessary. And they kind of looked at each other and said, probably not, have a nice day. I love Mexico. It's Sinapa. I assume this is where the wells are. Story is that the water comes out of the ground is just fine, but by the time it gets through all the old pipes, you don't want to drink it. Well, as often is the case with the water company, it's always a story. I'll tell you about it when I get home. Hi, friends. Well, I'm back home after my, what was it about? I left at quarter to 10, got home here at 1:30, so 4 hours. And half of that time is driving, and 40% of that time then is the DMV. And pretty quick in and out to pay the property taxes and real quick in and out to pay the water bill. But came home to some leftover, what do you call this? Stroganoff. I should remember then, but I cooked it. I'm starving to death. Anyway, I went first to the place where you pay for your license tags for the year. And as all DMVs are, the lines were out the door. And prices go up. Everything always goes up. But I gotta tell you, after paying almost $5 a gallon for diesel fuel when I left Arizona, I'm real happy with how much things have gone up here. For example, I have 3 vehicles. I have a BMW Roadster and a Dodge van and a Honda Foreman ATV. We call it a Quattromoto. Anyway, the moto, yeah, it went up too. Last year it was 359 pesos. This year last year it was 337. This year it's 359. So it's gone up 22 pesos. The exchange rate is a little bit over 20. So that's like, it went up $1.10. I can live with that. Anyway, for all 3 vehicles, the BMW and the van are the same. It's 804 pesos. So anyway, in 2021, the total for all 3 vehicles, the Roadster, the van, and the ATV, was in US dollars $92.75. And yes, it went up this year. It's $98.35. So went up a little short of $6. I can live with that. So that was paying for the car license plates. And then we went to the municipal palace to pay for the PREDAL, the property taxes. And again, it went up. I have 2 properties. They're 2 separate deeds and 2 separate property tax bills. The larger property on this side of the house was $228, and the other half was $161 for a total of $389 US for my property taxes for a full year. And of course that includes garbage service on my street 3 days a week. Last year it was 351, so 51 from 89, it went up 38 pesos, or $38, $17 per property, increased 21 to 2022. Again, I can live with that. And then I went to the water company. Going to the water company is always a little strange. I made a video a few years ago about going to the water company. If you want to go back and look for it, I had a big controversy with the water company. Anyway, so I go and I've got my monthly bill because they read my meter every month. So I hand her the bill and I say, it's time to pay for the year. Now last year I paid it in August and it was like 3,017 pesos, which is like 150 some dollars. So this year she goes over and she looks in the computer and she comes back and she says, is your meter not working? It's not turning. I said, no, it's turning fine. It's just that I've been gone in the United States. Oh, okay. So she comes back and she says, you want to pay 3,000 like you did last year? I said, no, I want to pay what I owe you. Okay, how about 2,000? It's like, you read the meter every month, can't you just tell me what I owe you? Because I have a meter. Most people don't have a meter. Most people, they have a standard water bill based upon the size of their property, the number of bathrooms, and whether or not they have a swimming pool, and how much garden area compared to driveway, or whatever. Anyway, when I bought my property, it was hooked up to the property next door, and part of my purchase offer was I got to have my own water connection. So it was cheaper for them at that time. And we're talking about 20 years ago. They had this program that you could get a connection a lot cheaper if you agreed to have a meter. Well, the seller agreed to have a meter, so they didn't have to pay so much to hook me up to my own water bill. Anyway, I have a meter. None of my neighbors have a meter. I have a meter. Well, the condominiums have a meter, but that's because they didn't pay their bill for 20 years and they owed them hundreds of thousands of pesos and they got in trouble. So they have meters now. But for years, for 15 years after I came here, I'm the only one that had a meter. Anyway, they read it every month. So I'm thinking, well, you can go to the computer and see what I owe you. But as I said, sometimes things are strange at the water company. It was like I was negotiating. She said, well, would you just want to pay $2,000? Okay, I'll pay $2,000. So I'm looking at the bill and I'm thinking, you know, how did they make it come out exactly 2,000 pesos? And she's assuring me this is my bill for the past year. Now, it can't be the past year because I paid last August and this is May. But anyway, I paid 2,000 pesos and smiled and left, and we'll see what happens next year. 2,000 pesos is $100 US. For the water bill for the year. Yeah, I really think it's supposed to be about 150. But again, I can live with that. Thanks for going along with me today. See you soon. Hey, if you like me, give me one of those thumbs up. And please subscribe and hit that little bell so you know when I post next. Please share me with your friends on social media. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed what was on my mind today.